I go, I'm a comedian. I'm performing at the Foxwoods tonight. He goes, you're a comedian? I said, yeah. I said, I'm on the Howard Stern show. Have you ever heard of Howard Stern? He goes, I heard of Howard Stern. He goes, but who are you? And I said, well, I'm a comedian. I work with him on the radio when I'm telling jokes. And he goes, have a beer. And I go, well, I'm on the wagon. He goes, have a beer. He just opens a beer and hands it to me. Meanwhile, okay, helicopter Mike gets on the phone, and he finally gets them to put the helipad lights on. They go, we're sorry, we just didn't. I said, half an hour we're late, and you just abandoned the fucking thing? So he gets them to put the lights back on. So now I learned a little bit about helicopters. We run back out to the field, run to the guy's backyard. And we all get back in the helicopter, but to get out, to get out.
Meanwhile, this negates all the time you were supposed to be saving.
Exactly. Right. And I wanted to get to my room and relax for an hour before the show. None of that's happening now.
Right, that's over.
Yeah, so I have to get there, get there, throw a shirt on, and just go on stage. So we get back in the helicopter. Me, Tim, JD, and Helicopter Mike. Now, to get out of the woods, you have to do what they call 110% power thrust. Okay. You have to go straight up.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, you're stuck there.
Yeah, you can't go out on an angle. So he goes, dude, there's way too much weight on this helicopter for me to do this. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, you know what? You have to get off the helicopter, otherwise I can't get
You or them all?
Well, he said to me, he was laughing. He goes, well, listen.
Well, why not get rid of all those other guys?
For God's sake, throw out the other two guys.
Let him stay with Kyle's house.
He goes, we're about 300 pounds off So Tim is 5'1".
Right.
JD is about $150. So I'm doing the math, and I'm going, them together don't add up.
No, but if you add up all their weights, it would be 300.
But not the two guys, man.
No.
Like it was way like I clearly had to go.
Wow.
So he goes. So he tries it once. He goes, nope, this ain't gonna happen. And
you held down a helicopter.
Right.
That's got to be incentive to go on.
That's what you got to drop a couple. So he tries it once. He tries it twice. And he goes, dude, this ain't gonna happen. We start to spin a little bit. I go, well, fuck it. Just put it down. Just put it down.
Right.
And to this guy's credit, Helicopter Mike, he is so safe with everything. He's like, we can't do this. I said, well, what the fuck are we going to do? He goes, these guys will have to drive you to the gigs.
Right.
Oh, my God.
So now me, we leave the helicopter in the backyard.
Yeah.
And we just put it there. The military guy, Kyle, is like, I'll take care of it. I know how to fly one. You want me to fly it over the helipad? And he's like, no, just leave it in your backyard. Do us a favor.
Yeah.
So the other guy has a van that barely starts.
Kyle's friend
has a van.
Yeah.
And
now these guys are driving you to Foxwoods?
This guy's driving me to Foxwoods.
Oh, my God.
I go, do you know how to get to Foxwoods? He goes, well, we'll find it. It's right over there. You can see the lights, I go, I know a road that'll take us over there. So now we figure all of us will go. And then Mike will get me situated. He'll go back, get the helicopter, and then land it where it has to be. So me, JD, Tim, Helicopter Mike, get in this guy's van.
He left the helicopter there?
He left the helicopter there. And then the guy, Kyle, is going, you sure you don't want me to fly the thing? He's like, no, Kyle, just don't touch the helicopter.
Right.
So this guy drives us to the show.
Wow.
And he goes,
did you give him some sort of reward?
Well, here's what happened. We drive us to the show. I go, do you have any interest in coming to my show? And he's like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah. You don't seem that funny.
Tell me one of your jokes.
And I said, well, do you like going over there? Can I get you a free room? He goes, nah, we just stay at our place mostly. And they say that at 11 o'clock, the guy said if you want to come back after the show at 11 o'clock, they're getting like 4 blonde hookers. Like they just live their own lives, these guys.
Right.
And so the guy drives us, and the guy driving us they were all great. They fucking saved our life.
Right.
And the guy driving says, my family's from the Bronx. I know Howard. He goes, I watch the show. I seen you on there. I go, thanks, man. So he pulls us up to the fucking MGM Grand, and there's all security waiting for our limo to pull up. We pull up in a fucking van that barely operates with this guy, and I gave the guy $500.
Wow.
Which, I mean, the guy couldn't. I said, you know what? I bet Foxwoods would probably be responsible for this, but the guy helped us out immediately, and I said, I'm not going to make you wait. Foxwoods will take forever.
Right.
I had money on me because I was going to gamble.
Right.
And I had a few grand on me, so I gave the guy $500, and he was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
just paid their mortgage for a year.
Now, mortgage, this house, Howard, was Howard, it's, you know, you say Fred grew up in a rural area. Now I believe it. This is Connecticut. There was they were living in a log cabin with no electricity.
Why doesn't the helicopter guy get back in the helicopter and fly? Like, in other words, why did he have to drive? He left the helicopter at the Kyle's house?
Because he also worked security. And he tours with Artemis Pyle, the Skinner guy.
Yeah.
And his objective is to make sure I'm safe, too. He's a real professional. So he goes, I'm going to go with you.
Oh, okay.
And he drove us there. We gave the guy $500. I go, share this with Kyle. You know, and he goes, I will. So I got ready. I did the gig. Everything went fine. The guy was real.
How were the blonde hookers?
Well, we didn't go back for that, but I think we should have.
Yeah.
And he went back, got the helicopter. They took care of it, didn't touch it. He flies, gets to the helipad, lands it again, and we got the whole story.
Wow, all right. Well, glad you're safe and sound.
But
George, you don't have an exciting life like that.